Yep. I can't lift the door no more. How in the heck am I going to get you out?
Drag it.
Drag it.
Drag it.
Drag it.
Drag it.
I drag it.
Hi guys, Black is here. And the other day, me and someone was talking about this particular person we know who has a tendency, what did I say, a tendency to not tell the truth, okay? And he reminds me of, I knew a guy named Gerard, right? Gerard had foster parents. I don't know what happened to his real parents. And he used to talk to them people like crap. And I used to tell him, you know, don't do that when I'm around. I used to tell him, don't talk to your parents like that when I'm around. So I stayed the hell away from his parents. He used to ask me to come to his house. I wouldn't go because I didn't want to hear him talk to his parents the way he did. I mean, he was the mother and father, and they would just let him. You know, he wasn't no big old person. I mean, he was slim, but he wasn't like a big person or anything. But anyway, the point is this. Gerard told me, okay, back when I used to steal cars, I wanted to steal a Mustang so bad, right? I really, really wanted to steal a Mustang. So I didn't know how to steal a Mustang, right? So Gerard told me that he knew somebody that was going to give him some master keys to Mustang. Now, back then, I didn't know, but to me, that didn't sound right because I knew every car had its own key. And I'm thinking, now, how in the hell can they make a master key that's going to open up any car? I'm like, that don't make sense. I wasn't an ex. And see, this is the thing about myself and other people who are so-called automotive guys or car guys, whatever. Even when there's a subject I don't know about, somebody can tell me something and it's going to either sound right or sound wrong. Again, I was not a key expert. I did not know how to make keys. I've seen people make keys for cars, you know. But anyway, so Gerard had got some master keys from somebody. He wanted me to give him $50 for a key. And I'm like, I'm not giving you $50 until I see the key work. You know, when I see the key work, I will give you $50. So he kept on talking about this for like a week or two. And finally, he bought me some funny looking keys, right? It was a Ford key, the door key and the trunk key. The switch key and the trunk door key or whatever. But yeah, I know back in the old days, Ford had two different keys. Had a key for the door and a key for the trunk. I think they did. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they did. So anyway, we went out to this Mustang. I knew where this guy had a Mustang that he parked on the street. And we drove up to the car and I tried to use the door key. It didn't work. I tried to use the switch key on the door key. It still didn't work. I flipped the key over, which it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter because Ford keys were double cut. So whichever way you turn the key, it would unlock the door if it actually was the right key. So it didn't open the door. So of course I didn't give him $50 for the master keys. And he took them back to whoever he got them from, and I never heard anything else about it. But I later, let me tell you something about Gerard. I'm gonna tell you what kind of person Gerard was. I'm getting ready to go somewhere, right? So I'm getting ready to go somewhere. He would call me, hey man, you getting ready to go somewhere? And I go, yeah. Give me 10 minutes, I'll be over your house. Okay, he didn't live that far from me. So I'm waiting 20 minutes, waiting 30 minutes, waiting an hour. He still ain't came. Now back then, this was before we had cell phones, so I couldn't call him and see where he was. I could only call his house and the mama said he's not here. So then I end up going about my business, forget him. The next day he comes over my house without calling. And I'm like, man, what the hell happened to you yesterday? Oh man, I was coming to your house, the police pulled me over and they locked me up. My mama had to call my mama, kick me out of jail. It was always something like that. some extremely hard to believe story. And I put up with this because back then I was young, I was dumb, and I was full of, no, I wasn't attracted to Gerard. Even though I did come on to him one time, he was slightly attractive, but he was older than me. He was about 2, 3, 4 years older than me. But he was still sort of kind of attractive, but not really that much. He didn't like make me, I didn't dream about the man. But anyway, by the way, when I came on to him, he turned me down. I'm like, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I played it all, man. I just messing with you. Anywho, Gerard and I end up falling out. Tell you why. Okay, I think it has something to do with this. There was a guy I knew named Guy. No, that was his name, Guy. Guy had an interesting father, and that might be the reason why he had an interesting name. Guy's father used to walk around with straw in his mouth. He always had straw in his mouth. I don't know why, but he did. But anyway, Guy had a 75 280Z, pretty gold 280Z. Gerard comes over my house one night driving this gold 280Z 75, 76, it looked alike. If you know the difference, congratulations. I could not tell the difference between the 75 and 76. Anywho, Gerard comes over my house driving this gold Z, and I'm like, damn, this car look familiar. What? I said, where did you get this car from? Guy worked at City Beverage Company in Mechanicville. Gerard went to Mechanicville and stole the man's Z. So I told him, dude, this car belongs to a friend of mine named Guy. Could you please take it back to City Beverage and leave it? You know, I said, I'm not going to tell him who stole the car. Just do that. So I think he took it back to City Beverage. I think he did. Well, I didn't say anything to Guy about it. I remember Guy came to me and was like, man, somebody stole my Z. And I'm like, you think I stole it? No, I know you didn't steal it, but I'm just saying, anybody you know, might have stolen the Z. I said, no, man, I don't know nobody. You know, everybody I know your car. They wouldn't take your car or whatever. But anyway, I told a guy named Devin that Gerard had stole Guy's car. Devin did not like Gerard. Devin went back and told Guy that Gerard stole his Z. So, I don't know what. I think Guy called the police on him. I think he did. I think he called the police on him, sent the police to his house. But I don't think they locked him up, but it pissed Gerard off about it, right? Well, after that, people were telling me Gerard said he was gonna shoot me. Gerard kept a gun with him. I want to say it was a 380 or 25. I don't know what it was. But anyway, people told me that Gerard said he was going to get me the next time he saw me, right? So I didn't really think he was that angry. And I figured he would give me a chance to explain that it wasn't me, But he didn't. He chased me. I ran from him. We was in the car. And the thing is, I had a 1980 Toyota Corona. Not Corolla, Corona. Corona is like a Camry. Before the Camry came, there was a Toyota Corona. Anywho, Gerard chased me. He was driving an Acura Integra. Not the first one, but the second one. All right, the second Acura Integra. It was a lot faster than my Corona, but I was able to get away from him because Gerard couldn't drive as good as me. But anyway, he ends up catching up. Well, we end up coming head on, right? I drove by him, he drove by me, and the fool shot at my damn car. Shot it in the left front fender of my car. It didn't hit me, but I called the police. Now, here we go with the police thing now. You know how black people say that police don't respect black folks, and white people say we're crazy. We just throwing the race card up, okay? Here we go. I called the police, Atlanta City Police. They came to the location where I was, and I showed them the bullet hole. You know how when you first shoot into a car, the paint come off, and it's the metal hasn't oxidated yet. It hasn't rusted. So this was a fresh bullet hole. They gonna tell me I gotta go take a warrant out if I don't have a witness of him shooting in my car. I don't have a witness of the man shooting in my car. I gotta go take a warrant out on him. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Earlier, some years ago, I pointed a gun at somebody. And the police came to my house and locked me up. Of course, that person did have a witness, though. That person did have a witness. But the thing is this. If I was a white man and I knew a black man who shot a hole in my car, don't you think the police would go lock that person up? Or they gonna tell the white man, you need to go take a warrant out on him. Anywho, that's all I gotta talk about this subject. It's Dre. Y'all have a good day. I gotta go get a haircut and shave. And there's some other videos I want to make, but my freaking camera is gonna be hot after this. And if I make a video with a hot camera, the audio and video get out of sync. Anyway, it's Dre. Y'all have any questions or comments, please leave them. Bye.